Hey everybody, on this episode we are going to Trinidad and Tobago to try a rum. Well, not really. We're here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar and we are trying Gran Reserva and their 16-year rum. But wait a minute, is it one rum or is it multiple rums? You're going to have to watch to find out. Watch this episode. Hey everybody, I'm Don Ferguson and welcome back to another episode of Something New here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar, where we try liquors from all over the world. So if you're an intoxicologist like me and enjoy a drink or two or three or four, hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on so you don't miss any episodes. Alright, so let me get my glass and we are down for another tasting, and I'm excited because I love rum. Today we are going to be trying Zaya Gran Reserva, a 16-year blend. Let's go to some of the particulars and learn more about this brand while I crack this open. Alright, let's talk a little bit more about Zaya Gran Reserva rum. Now this is a Trinidad and Tobago rum. Trinidad and Tobago is on the southernmost country of the Caribbean. It was originally distilled or produced in Guatemala, but after an acquirement by Infinium Spirits, it moved to TNT. Let's call it TNT. This is a sipping rum. So it's a blend of 12 different rums that are aged up to 16 years in small oak barrels. Some of my research says that it's been distilled 5 times. It's made from blackstrap molasses, and which is suited for barrel aging specifically. State-of-the-art complex, stainless 5-column still, copper coils, condensers, and the master blender actually hand selects each and every barrel that goes into this to make sure that it's right. Some other TNT Trinidad and Tobago rums are Angostura, where it's distilled at, and then also Kraken. Release the Kraken. Let's get to tasting. Alright, we are down to do a tasting and do a pour. We popped it open. Oh, this bottle. This bottle is really cool. I'm going to pour so that way we kind of let it aerate and get some life into the glass, right? So before we jump into it, let's talk about this bottle. So Zaya Gran Reserva, you know, it is Trinidad and Tobago, which is known as the land of the hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds. It's one of my favorite birds. The species is incredible. If you do some research on them, they're just so eloquent. Eloquent? Now, talking about hummingbirds, there's hummingbirds all over the bottle. They have their seal here. It's on around the neck as well. The bottle is really heavy. They have embossed Zaya over here. A little plain, you know, compared to some of the other rum bottles on the market, but overall, you're not buying it for the bottle. You're buying it for the juice that's inside. But I do like the fact that it has hummingbirds. Sticks to the brand. The color. Ooh, it's that deep amber. You know, it's got that. I can smell the sugar cane. I can smell them. Wow. This aroma is really good. But yeah, it's got a very beautiful, deep, rich color to it. A dark golden color, which is very appealing. I'm looking at the legs that are slowly dripping down. Now, there's not a lot of legs, actually, which is really interesting. So, we'll see. Let's do a nosing and go right into it, because I've been anxious. Wow. See, the great thing about using a Glencairn glass, especially on a deep-aged rum, you get a lot of flavor just rising up. You can really kick in those notes. And I'm getting a little bit of oak. I'm getting some dried fruit. Some banana. You got that sugar cane that's just rising up. Wow. There's a lot going on in this glass. No doubt about it. So the first tasting, we always coat our palate, so you swish it around. If you're trying, if you're just trying to consume, maybe stick to Captain Morgan's rum, because that shit's just going to get you kind of messed up with all the sugar. But if you're sipping an elegant, classy rum, tequila, bourbon, whiskey, whatever it is, you want to do it the proper way. So do a swish. Oh man. So there's an eruption of flavor going on in my mouth right now. There is a lot of complexities. Now, there's quite a few rums, aged rums, that go into this bottle. First off, I'm going to tell you it's sweet. This is not your dry, maybe like a Brugal, which I love Brugal, but this is a little bit on the sweeter side. So maybe like plantation pineapple. I would compare it with that. Maybe Zacapa. That's another one that I really love. So there's an oakiness to it. You get a little bit of the oak, vanilla, some caramel, a little bit of cocoa, which is really, really cool. A lot of dried fruits. So I'm picking up like apple, cherry for sure. There is some cherry going on in here, which is just phenomenal. Yeah, it's got a smooth, velvety finish. You know, nothing peppery. There's no kick. There's no spice whatsoever. This is, actually for the price point, this is a pretty good sipping rum. Especially if you like a lot of those Caribbean flavors. This is going to absolutely be right up your alley. This is one that is really dangerous to me because it is so flavorful. But what's unique about it is, a lot of the other brands, like I mentioned before, the Captain Morgan, I don't like the artificial flavors. I'm not really picking up on anything artificial where it's overly sugary artificial. The color is just absolutely beautiful. I'm getting some banana. There's just so many different tropical flavors coming out of this. This is actually pretty good. This really surprised me. I went in. Now, a lot of people, from what I've read and done my research, is when they moved the distillery from Guatemala to Trinidad and Tobago, they might have changed the recipe. And sometimes that does actually happen because you are changing the dynamic of the way it's produced or where it's produced. So there could be some changes. And some of the blogs and some of the stuff that I've read said it's actually not as good as it used to be. However, for a sipping rum and you're getting some deep, rich flavors, I kind of like it. I really do. I think for the price point, you can't go wrong. Now that I've had a couple of sips, I'm getting a little bit of pepper on my lips. I've had it in my chest, but I'll tell you what, it comes and it goes away, so it dissipates. If you enjoy a sipping rum, something that you can just sit down and enjoy a Caribbean meal and have a drink with it, this might be the one for you. Okay, so as I sip, I'm going to do another one. This is very palatable, very smooth, very easy. This is something that I would absolutely share with my friends. It is on a tad on the sweet side, but it's not overpowering, with that sweetness. Now, Zaya is no stranger to winning awards. San Francisco World Spirits Competition in 2014, they won the double gold. International Rum Awards 2013, and it was also heralded as one of the 50 best in 2015. So they're kind of doing something right. This is a brand that kind of came across the table, so to speak, and I didn't know too much about it, but I'm liking what I'm tasting so far. So, Teeqlife approved. Absolutely. Throw that up there all day long because this is something that I think people will enjoy. It's got a good sweetness to it, a lot of great flavors that are just very distinguishable, and it's nothing that's going to make you do that scrunchy face whatsoever. Well, that wraps up another episode of Something New here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar, where we tried Zaya Gran Reserva and their 16-year aged rum blend. Teeqlife approved all day long. Some great flavors going on. An amazingly, incredibly affordable price point that I think you'll all love. So, make sure to subscribe to the Teeqlife YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. And If you think there's something that belongs here where we should do a tasting of, reach out to us. You can do all that on the website. As for now, I'm going to finish this up. I'm probably going to finish this bottle, and we'll see you next time. We'll be trying something incredible. Or maybe not. We'll see. Oh, you've hung around to the end. Well, you need to get rewarded with a Teeqlife truth. We just tried Zaya Gran Reserva, a rum. So rum is made from sugarcane. And sugarcane rum is kind of well known to be a Caribbean thing. But sugarcane wasn't always native to the Caribbean area. It was rumored back in 1493 that Columbus brought sugarcane over from the Canary Islands to the New World and found that it was a good region to actually grow sugarcane. The first distillation of rum was around the 17th century, where slaves found that if you make something with sugarcane, turns into molasses, and it can ferment into alcohol. With that being said, it was at the end of the 17th century where rum just kind of exploded, and it replaced French brandy as the trade of choice. So they were trading back and forth, and they were trading rum. Sounds good to me. And it became so popular that for a long time, the Royal Navy received daily rations of rum. And that's where the term Navy strength came about. So if you pick up a Navy strength rum, or gin, I think there's gin as well, that just means that it's a higher proof, because they wanted to keep the Navy drunk. I don't know, interesting. It's true, look it up. We'll see you next time.